Hi, my friends, and now for something completely different, I'm going to read your mind. I want you to think of any number between 1 and 1,000. Are you thinking of one? You are? Oh, good. I got it right. 1. Well, anyway, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Brian Richards here. So glad that you're here. And if you enjoy learning self-working card tricks, this is the place to be. Be sure to hit like and do subscribe to my channel. Today, I'm going to teach you a really cool card trick that you can actually do with a borrowed deck of cards. All you need is a marker and a piece of paper to write a prediction, and you will be able to do this trick. So, let's get into today's tutorial. Again, a borrowed deck of cards. It could be shuffled by anyone. It really doesn't matter. Once it's shuffled, you're going to take the deck of cards back. But before you do anything more, what you're going to do is you're going to write a prediction on a piece of paper. And so I'm going to write a prediction here. I don't want you to see what it is just yet. I will make my prediction, and then I'm going to kind of fold it in half, like so, and I'll just leave it right there in full view. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to have a spectator take the deck cards, cut it into 2 piles, and then what you're going to do is you're going to further shuffle these by riffling them together, just like that. Again, just to make sure it's further shuffled, and then you're going to do a nice little overhand shuffle as well. And then you explain that for this trick, you don't need an entire deck of cards. You only need 7 cards. 7 is a lucky number. So we're just going to use 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then you're just going to get rid of the rest of the deck because you don't need that at this point. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to further shuffle these 7 cards in some various ways. We're going to do some professional shuffles. The first shuffle we're going to do is what's called the down-under shuffle. That's where you put the first card down on the table, and then the second one you put under, and then the next one you put down and then under, down and then under. I learned this in Australia. Down, under, and down, and then the last one goes on top. And then the second shuffle that we're going to do is what's called the top and bottom pair shuffle. That's where you take the top and bottom card, you pull them off as a pair, and you put them down on the table, and then you do the same thing here, next pair, and then the next pair, and then the last one goes on top. Now, here's what's amazing. At this point, what you're going to do is you're going to ask a volunteer to pick a number. But let's not pick 1 or 7. Let's pick either 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. And they can pick any of those numbers. That's what really makes this amazing. So let's say they pick the number 3. What you're going to do is you're going to take the top 3 cards one at a time. You're going to put them onto the bottom like this. 1, 2, 3. And then the next card, you're going to turn face up. And you're actually going to do this 5 more times. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, and then take the next card, turn it face up. Then you're going to do it again. 1, 2, 3, take the next card, turn it face up. 1, 2, 3, take the next card, turn it face up. 1, 2, 3, take the next card, turn it face up. And then one more time. 1, 2, 3, take the next card, turn it face up. Now, you explain that once this has been done, that leaves only 1 card that will be facing the opposite direction. This is the 1 card. You get rid of the rest. You explained you made a prediction. The prediction that you made, in this case, for me, that I made, was the Ace of Hearts. And my friends, check it out. It is indeed the Ace of Hearts. How crazy is that? Pretty cool, right? And again, what's amazing about this trick is you can use a regular ordinary deck of cards. All you need is a piece of paper and a marker, and you're set. Okay, so let me just get into a quick explanation of how this trick works. It's super fun, and here we go. Now, after a deck of cards is shuffled by the volunteer, when they hand it back to you, what you want to do is you want to look at and memorize whatever the bottom card is. In this case, of course, it's the 5 of diamonds. Now, you don't want to look like you're memorizing or like you're looking at and memorizing the bottom card. So usually when people hand the deck back to you, just that little glimpse, you can kind of see the bottom card and you know what it is. Another thing you can do is you can just square the deck towards yourself, and just by peeking at that top left corner, you'll have all the info you need. You'll see 5 of diamonds. And you're going to put the deck cards down for a moment, and that's exactly what you're going to write on your prediction. So I know the 5 diamonds on the bottom, so I'm going to write without them seeing, but I'm going to write 5 and maybe a diamond, or you could put D or whatever, like that. Okay, but I do that so they can't see. I'm writing it, and then I'm going to fold it, and then fold it a couple times so that they can't actually see what's in there, and I'll put it over here to the side in full view. Now, at this point in time, we continue to shuffle the deck I invite them to cut the deck in half. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to riffle these together. And it's important that when I riffle these, that I keep the bottom card on the bottom. So make sure that when you riffle, that card, that side goes first. So that way, when you're done the riffle and you got them together, the 5 of diamonds is still on the bottom. Then the second shuffle you're going to do is an overhand shuffle, and what you're going to do is you're going to shuffle the 5 of diamonds from the bottom of the deck to the top. And the way you do that is you grab like the bottom half of the deck with the 5 of diamonds on the bottom, and you just shuffle these cards on top of the deck, and you go all the way through until you know you get to the last card, one last card, and you throw that on top. And that way the 5 of diamonds is now on top of the deck. So you shuffle it from the bottom to the top. Now, once this is done, you explain that you're not going to use an entire deck. You're going to use 7 cards, and you're going to count 7 cards onto the table one at a time in reverse order. So the first one is the 5 of diamonds, then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then you get rid of the rest of the cards. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to say that you're going to further shuffle this pack of 7 cards in a very specific way using some pro shuffles. The first one is what's called the down under shuffle. And that's where you take the top card, you put it down. Okay, that of course is going to be just any card, doesn't really matter. And then the next card is going to go on the bottom, and then down, and then under, and then down, under, down, under, down, under, down, and then the last one goes on top. Okay, then the second shuffle you're going to do, it's what's called the top and bottom pair shuffle. That's where you take the top and bottom cards, you pull them off together, you just slip them out like this, throw them onto the table, then you're going to do the next 2, and then the next 2, and then you'll have one last one, you throw that on top. And then once this is done, this is so amazing, you invite them to pick a number from 2 to 6, and they can pick 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's going to work no matter what. And you're going to actually do this 6 times. So let's say last time we chose 3. Let's say this time the person chooses 4. What you're going to do is one at a time, you're going to count 4 to the bottom like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the next card that's on top, you're just going to turn it face up. And again, you're going to do this now 5 more times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then turn the next card face up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next card, turn face up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next card, turn face up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next card, turn face up. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Next card, turn face up. Now, once you've done this 6 times, you put them down on the table and you explain that this process actually turned a bunch of cards over, but there's still one card that's facing the opposite direction. Here's the one card. You slide it out, you get rid of the rest of the cards. You remind them that long ago you made your prediction. You open it up and you say, my prediction here is indeed the 5 of diamonds, and my friends, check it out. It is the 5 of diamonds. How crazy is that? Isn't that cool? I love that trick. So easy to do. And again, you can use a borrowed deck of cards. If you happen to be in a restaurant or whatever, you can write it on a paper napkin. It doesn't really matter. But it's so much fun, and it's so easy to do, and it's totally done with math. And yeah, so have some fun with that. But again, if you enjoyed this trick, don't forget to hit like and do subscribe to my channel. And by the way, if you have a fellow magician friend that might want to learn some magic tricks themselves, do me a favor and share my channel with them as well. I would so appreciate it. But between now and then, go and be amazing. Seriously, I knew you would choose one.